Ladies and gentlemen, tag team battles is not something we often see in competitive Advanced Wars, but that is about to change because the new Cookie Quacky Cup, an Advanced Wars tournament that always has some kind of crazy gimmick, is going to be a tag team tournament this time around, and I could not be more excited. I love tag team formats. I think they're a very cool way to play Advanced Wars. Now, anyone who remembers playing Dual Strike on the cartridge probably remember how busted tag team matchups were, but that was mainly because of the Dual Strike mechanic, which allowed you to get a double turn, and that pretty much meant that whoever got it first would just straight up win. Now, Advanced Wars by Web, tag teams play out a little bit differently. There is no Dual Strike mechanic, nor are there any tag stars or synergies or anything like that. You just select two COs and you get to tag back and forth. Power generation still works pretty much the same. The secondary CO gets about 50%, not about, it gets exactly 50% of the power charge generated. But I believe, and don't quote me on this, I believe that the power fatigue is exclusive to each individual CO. So if you activate your power with your main CO and you swap over to the secondary CO, you don't get the 20% penalty. That only applies to the first CO. Correct me if I'm wrong though, I think that's how it works. Anyway, today, we're going to be taking a look at one of many tag team battles. I will cover many games from this tournament because this is such a cool format, and we haven't really seen anything like it before. Not only will we be seeing crazy tag teams, we'll also be seeing COs that we don't normally see. Because this tournament allows Tier 0 COs. Let me just show you guys how this works. So, as your main CO, you can select any CO in the game. Literally any CO is valid. You can select Colin, you can select Hachi, you can select Kombai. However, for your secondary CO, you cannot select the Tier 0 ones. So you cannot do Colin Kombai. I know a lot of people would love that combo. You cannot do Hachi Kombai or double Colin or double Hachi. If you could, everyone would probably do it, and that would not be very funny. So instead, you get like one really broken CO, and then you have to try and find the CO that best synergizes with said broken CO. So there was a lot of theory crafting going on when this tournament launched. A lot of people speculating which tag teams would be the best. And one of the most prominently featured tag teams in this entire tournament is the combination of Hachi and Eagle. This is the one I selected for my game. It's still ongoing, so I'm not really going to discuss it in this video, but I might cast it if it's a good match. Hachi Eagle is a disgusting combo, and I don't think I need to explain why. I still will, though. So you play as Hachi, you start as Hachi, you build an army, you trust nobody, you pop Merchant Union, you flood the map with units, tag over to Eagle, Lightning Strike. You win, in most situations, unless your opponent has some kind of answer to it, or maybe not if they've like already beaten you to a pulp before you get the Lightning Strike, because it does take a while. Keep in mind, Eagle, as the secondary CO, will generate Lightning Strike at half speed, so it's going to take a while to get there. If you tag over after popping Merchant Union, though, then you'll probably get it somewhat quickly, because this is high funds, keep this in mind. But this is still a very, very scary combo, because like Hachi on his own is scary no matter the tag, and then the ability to tag over to Eagle and get a double turn with all of Hachi's units, if you manage to keep them alive, is a very terrifying prospect. However, today we will take a look at someone who went for a bit of a different strategy, I think expecting this very matchup. The player Kill Me First said, nah, Tier 0 COs, who cares about those, am I right? I'ma just go double Olaf. So foregoing the Tier 0 pick in this tournament is a pretty wild move, but at the same time, you cannot deny how terrifying it is to go up against two Olafs. What does this mean? It means a lot of global damage, and it means a lot of snow. Keep in mind, as I said, it's high funds, so power bars are going to be charging quickly. So not only will you have to deal with 4 HP of global damage, but pretty much 2 out of 3 turns in the late game is going to be snow, so your army will be moving at an incredibly slow speed. Now, what is Hachi good against? Or what is Hachi known for? He's known for spamming units. Global damage counters high unit sizes. So, it's going to be interesting to see, can a dual Tier 1 0 stand up against the most broken CO of all time in Hachi and his buddy Eagle? That's what we're going to be checking out today. We have 2 very skilled players right here. We have Kill Me First, an incredibly strong player. Look at that win-loss ratio. He recently took a game against the one and only Rip, and that was incredibly impressive. He's already won 1 Quack Cup, so we know that he's in his right element in a tournament such as this. And he's up against Mahizel, another absolutely terrifying player. Does not play as much as Kill Me First. You can see he has far fewer games, but also an incredibly impressive win-loss ratio. So we got two top cream of the crop players going up against each other here on one of my favorite maps of all time in Viridia Aqua. I love this map so much, created by the one and only voice of Akasha. It is a map where both air and naval units are incredibly strong. You have a mixed base format with bases all across the map. You got comm towers, you got airports, you got incredibly narrow land masses right here. Artillery incredibly strong on Viridia Aqua because you have kind of like these middle bases here which are very exposed and they tend to get base locked. So basically, red player's objective is to take this blue base, blue player's objective is to take this red base right here. It usually revolves into a dual base rush, but you also have battles taking place here on the sides. You got battles here. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. Lots of air battles over here. Not uncommon to see battleships and carriers on this map if it goes long enough, because battleships can lock down this base and might even lock down the airport if you're not careful. So a lot of wacky things can happen here. Of course, I don't think Mahizel with Eagle is going to be building a lot of naval units due to the fact that Eagle gets minus 30% firepower penalty, but it is something Kill Me First could consider doing. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited to cover this match. I think it's going to be an absolute wacky one. Can double global damage stand up against the most broken CO of all time? Let's find out. So, Kill Me First in the blue trunks, Mahizel in the red trunks. Mahizel going to be starting as Hachi. Kill Me First, of course, unsurprisingly, going to be starting as Olaf. I know, massive surprise right there. And starting off this map, fairly simple. Go for your contested properties. Get the airports as quickly as possible. You want to get battlecopters out quickly. One thing to keep in mind is that there's going to be a lot of air units, so having Eagle as a backup CO is quite nice. When you think about Eagle, like, he's most known for his lightning strike, but he does have very good air units, and like they become 20-20 during his power. I think actually 30-30 if you count the passive boosts. So like his air units become combi tier for a turn when he pops his lightning strike, and that can be very nice. Like, yeah, anti-air will still wreck your battlecopters, but like fighter-on-fighter engagements are not as clean cut when you go up against Eagle. Like, it's not so easy to fight his air units with air units of your own. So something to keep in mind here. Now, Mahizel opening up tank right here, and battlecopter is going to immediately start to place a lot of pressure on Kill Me First, and also in artillery. Now, Hachi, his 10% price reduction, it's not a big deal of why he's so scary, but I find it to be a very nice day-to-day power. It allows you to get that one extra unit out that you might not be expecting to get, allowing you to attack one turn earlier than you otherwise would have. A 10% discount really adds up over the course of the match, and it allows you to hit some really crazy tempos. As you can see, you want to capture these two properties quickly because they're often at the danger of being locked down by enemy artillery. Artillery are going to be so strong in this map. We're going to see artilleries out of both players. I'm sure plenty of artilleries and battlecopters too, super strong. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing plenty of base lock shenanigans in this map. Anti-air also incredibly important to build. You want to build them early because as your opponent starts threatening your one base with vehicles, you don't necessarily have time to build anti-air. So you want to get the anti-air out early so you can get them into a defensive position to protect against the incoming battlecopters. One thing to also keep in mind here for Kill Me First is this city right here. As Hachi, you do not want to let Hachi get this city. Now, why do you not want to let Hachi get this city? If he pops Merchant Union, artillery, boom, you're base locked. Against Hachi, you want to recklessly deny any property that he attempts to capture, even if it means throwing away our own vehicles. You want to deny Hachi as many cities as humanly possible, because each city he gets makes him exponentially stronger. He's a snowball CO, basically. For every city that he controls, he just gets stronger and stronger and stronger with time. So against Hachi, I would definitely be very reckless in my interruption. I would throw away battlecopters, I would throw away tanks just to prevent him from getting these crucial contested cities, especially cities that are close to your base. Because of course with cities, Hachi can reinforce vehicles anywhere he likes, which makes him so damn strong. So Kill Me First actually wants to be very aggressive here. Normally, Olaf is a CO you can usually take it easy with, you know, he's a stall CO. But this team is even more stally, I'd say, than Kill Me First's. Because Hachi Eagle, they're mega stall, right? So that actually means that it falls to Kill Me First to be aggressive in this particular matchup. So both players here are going to get ready. Very important where they position those anti-air. Neo-tank out from Mahisel. I like that. Neo-tank is going to ward away all these small tanks, and it's going to mean that Kill Me First is going to need a hell of a lot more of artillery support. So if you can hold on to this, and looks like, oh, interesting. Kill Me First rushes in and deals damage to the anti-air. You want to be cautious. You want to be cautious. Having your anti-air picked off early is definitely not a good thing, because there's like battlecopters are going to be coming out almost every turn here. They are so damn strong. And Kill Me First trying to get this very contested city here at 12-13. I don't think Mahisel is going to allow that. Nope, he is not. He goes in for the tank. Sends his anti-air to get repaired, punishes the tank, and surrounds the battlecopter. Very impressive, very impressive. There is a way for Kill Me First to break it out, of course. Let's see if he's able to do it. Tank, infantry, more battlecopters coming in. 2 battlecopters here already, so you need anti-air everywhere on this map, and eventually you just want to build some fighters. So this can really devolve into an air battle. Love Kill Me First play here with the RD, putting his battlecopters right here, but just setting the RD here to go, yeah, I'm just going to guard against you if you're trying to strike them, which is definitely what he wants to do. Marching down here on the left side with some more units, picks up the infantry. More artillery coming out, and yeah, using recons, like sacking recons to interrupt. He's sacking infantry to interrupt. Like, again, you cannot let Hachi get this city. If you let Hachi get this city, you are in trouble, because he can spam a neo-tank there and boom, strike your base. Super, super, super scary. So let's see what Mahisel decides to do now. His power is ready. Of course, he does not want to pop it. And nice, actually forgoing attacking the battlecopter to kill the infantry and get the artillery. Artillery are so strong on Verde Aqua that it's more important to take them out than the battlecopters. That is how insane they are. And still gets a nice shot with his 4 HP anti-air right here. Pretty much neutralizing this battlecopter. But you really can't keep up with the battlecopter production at some point. At some point you will be overrun. It's just a question of when. So Kill Me First now. Is he going to be able to get his super this turn? I would be surprised. Maybe he's going to go for it. If he takes enough engagements, he might be able to get it. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Sacking vehicles to interrupt this cap. He's gonna get it. So boom, immediately popping Winter Fury. You can see that his other Olaf is about halfway to the Winter Fury. So at the end of this turn, he definitely wants to tag over. He will lose the 10-10 boost from his power. So his units will be a little bit weaker when he does that, but he will allow his other CO to tag up more power this turn and probably pop a Winter Fury on the day after as well. And Mahisel right now, he really wants to think twice about popping his merchant unit next turn. He probably want to wait for the second Winter Fury to come in. That way, all of the units that he produces won't be smacked super hard. So, very devastating from Kill Me First right now. He's stuck with this Olaf for now. He would have loved to tagged over and continue his turn, but sadly that is not how it works. You have to finish your turn as you CO. You can only tag at the end of your turn. He even attacks the anti-air. Very cute. So he swaps his Olafs. Now the other Olaf with 32k power charge is the one in the lead. And let me see here, 27,000. Yeah, exactly. So what I said at the start of this, CO fatigue is exclusive to the individual CO. So this Olaf does not get the 20% penalty. The other Olaf will. So CO power fatigue is recorded separately for each CO. It's not a shared venture, basically. So even though Kill Me First has popped his CO power, the second Olaf does not get any penalty to his charge. And that's important to keep in mind. Now, Mahisel is going to pop a Merchant Union with 74k in the bank. I guess he'd be a madman not to pop it, I suppose. So, he gets the nice little power boosts, and let's see how many units he's going to be able to pump out. And because Kill Me First has been so vigilant in denying captures right here, Mahisel, there's many properties here that Mahisel will not be able to utilize. This one. Kill Me First is denied this property right here at 2103. He's denied. Well, I guess Mahisel never really tried to go for this island property right here. But every property that you have successfully denied is a slightly weaker Hachi, and that does matter over the long course of the game. So let's see what he decides to build. Let's pay attention. A battleship. Okay, I agree with that. 14k battleship. Very strong. You can use that to base lock. He does need some anti-air help, though. And I agree with building expensive units because, again, global damage is going to... You don't want to, like, build lots of weak tanks against Olaf. You want to build infantry for the most part, and then some expensive vehicles. So battlecopter coming out here, tank, anti-air, artillery. So he gets a very big unit count right here. 46 units. And he has some money left over, but that's fine. He did not tag over, though. He actually stuck with Hachi, which I think that might be a bit of a mistake, honestly. I would have tagged over to Eagle here if I was Hachi, because sure, the 10-10 is nice, but you kind of want to start working on that lightning strike as soon as you can. Not really sure why he decided to stay as Hachi here. That doesn't really... Like, Eagle has a better day-to-day too with his air units, so I'm not really sure why Mahisl is staying as Hachi here. Maybe someone can point that out to me in the comment section if there's a good reason for it, because I'm really not seeing it, if I'm going to be completely honest. And yeah, Kill Me First is going to get a second Winter Fury right here. Yes, we've had one Winter Fury, but what about second Winter Fury? And why is he not popping it? Kill Me First. Kill Me First. So I don't know why he's not just popping it right away, because even if he pops his Winter Fury, his dual CO is still going to generate power charge. I'm not really sure why he's not just popping it. Maybe he's not 100. There you go. So he pops it eventually. He could have just popped it immediately. There's no reason to hold a Winter Fury. None whatsoever. Absolutely zero reason to hold the Winter Fury. You just want to pop it as soon as you get it. So already we've seen 4 HP of global damage come out. Not very fun, and now he swaps over. Mahisl's turn now. Lightning Strike is really close. I'm gonna try and do a refresh here, but I don't want to spoil the results of the match, so I'm gonna hide it real quick, because I think that might be a visual glitch we're seeing right here. Let's see. There you go. Okay. So, no, he did indeed tag over to Eagle, but for some reason... Okay, so he did tag over to Eagle. That was just a visual glitch. For some reason, Hachi is still shown as the big CO, even though Eagle is here. But, yeah, Mahisl did tag over to Eagle, so that was just the sight lagging. And now he's actually sacking units to try and get the Lightning Strike. Is he gonna pop Lightning Strike during Winter Fury? I guess he is. I think he has to, because the next turn, Kill Me First is threatening to get another Winter Fury. So yeah, I think we're actually gonna see we're gonna see a Winter Fury popped mid-Blizzard. But, oh my god, he's so close though. Is he gonna get it? He's still like 4k power charge away. Oh, he's 1k. He's probably gonna get it. Surely he's gonna get it, right? Ooh, he's so close. What? No. No. Is he not gonna get it? No, he's gonna get it. He can still attack here. Oh my god, you can still attack here! Come on! Okay, thank god. If he had not gotten Winter Fury there. And I like that he's combining units. That's actually pretty smart to do against Olaf. Combining some units together is nice. And he's purchasing units, which is good, and then he pops his Lightning Strike, ladies and gentlemen. It's not as strong as it could have been. It's a pretty ineffective Lightning Strike, but if he waited a turn to pop it, Kill Me First probably would have just gotten another Winter Fury, so I think he actually is doing well in popping it right here. But he's still getting a lot of nice pickoffs right here. Like, he's still doing a tremendous amount of damage. 44 units to Olaf's 25, 91k value to 175k. It is quite a lot, even though Kill Me First has a nice income lead. But you know what he also has? Dude, just pop your Winter Fury. Just pop your Winter Fury. Why are you holding it? I think Kill Me First believes that if he doesn't pop Winter Fury immediately, his dual CO will generate power. But I'm pretty sure if we look at the power charge here, look at that. So, 43k. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm wrong. So... interesting. So when you pop your power, you actually do not get... your secondary CO is not generating power. Okay. I'm wrong. I really thought it... I thought you would generate power regardless, but again, I'm not super well versed in tag team matches, I guess. Okay, so it does actually just stop power generation, so that actually makes sense why Kill Me First did not pop Winter Fury immediately. Wanted to get a little bit extra power charge. So yeah, no, I was wrong. I was wrong, ladies and gentlemen. There's probably 50 comments in the comment section saying it already. And then he tags over to the second Olaf. This Winter Fury is just relentless, isn't it? This Winter Fury is just relentless, isn't it? Are we going to see another Merchant Union with just... He's combining units together, so I guess so. Yeah, he's combining units together, and he kind of has to do it, doesn't he? Yep, another Merchant Union coming out, but only 43k. That's not great. As much as you want to get those juicy 70k Merchant Unions whenever you can. More Neotanks coming out. Lots of infantry, but man, look at that. It's another Winter Fury, ladies and gentlemen. Another Winter Fury. And now Mahisol. Eagle is his lead CO right now, but he's not going to get a Lightning Strike this turn. No way. 97k. My goodness. And another Winter Fury, ladies and gentlemen. Another Winter Fury. Oh my goodness. It never stops. It never stops. It's just constant. It's just constant. It's never not gonna snow in this matchup. And he swaps around. And this constant winter is just wearing Hachi down. Hachi and Eagle just can't catch a break. Of course, Lightning Strike is available again. So are we gonna see? And he swaps back to Hachi now. Only saves 8k funds though. That's definitely not nearly as much as he wanted. And now the Battlecopter Swarm is coming in. And now 2 artillery are actually locking down this base right here for Kill Me First. So Kill Me First looking pretty good right here. Still lots of uncaptured properties on the map. Both players have been very ruthless in denying. And day 13 rolls in. Mahisol now gonna move his battleship up and probably base lock Kill Me Firsts. And you can see he's doing a lot of combining, and this is actually very important to do against Olaf, because combining units means less damage dealt by global damage, and it also gives you money, which you can save up for a Merchant Union. I'm guessing Mahisol is probably going to bank up some money here. Yeah, he's banked up 21k, so he's going to get a very good Merchant Union next turn. But the question is Kill Me First going to be able to do something here? It's frozen. Give me a second. Let me pause real briefly. Oh, okay, never mind. The replay bugged out, but Mahisol resigned here. Mahisol resigned right here. He resigned. Oh, I see. Okay, so what happened here, and this is probably why the replay viewer is a little bit confused. Mahisol is doing something here that you weren't previously able to do. He actually resigned on Kill Me First's turn. This is actually a new feature that was added very recently, so I think maybe the replay viewer doesn't quite know how to react to it, so it just ends up freezing. But that's what happened here. You can see it was in the middle of Kill Me First turn, and Mahisol just decided to resign immediately. And why did he decide to resign? I mean, it's fairly obvious. Kill Me First is going to get this base way before Mahisol is going to get this one, and the global damage is just going to keep coming in and wreck any Merchant Unions that Mahisol can fire off. He's 6 properties behind, which means Kill Me First did a very good job of interrupting properties all across the map. He's just never going to be able to find a good Lightning Strike, because it's always snowing. So I actually think Kill Me First has found the perfect counter to Hachi Eagle. Double global damage. It is the ultimate counter to the CO who loves spamming units. And you can't really get a good Lightning Strike if it's always damn snowing. It just doesn't work. So this tournament is so much fun, and I'm so much looking forward to seeing people discover weird and wacky combos. Tag team formats is not something that's been thoroughly explored, I think, in competitive Advanced Wars, and I think we're going to see a lot of really cool builds. I would love to see a tag team tournament where we like tag tier 1 and tier 4 COs together, for example. So you're kind of forced to split between really strong COs and really weak COs. Now some people may say, oh, you're just going to stay with the strong COs, but you probably still want those powers fired off in tier 4. So I think there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do with tags, and I'm super excited to see this tournament progress. I'm probably going to be costing a lot of games from it. ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about this match, and let me know what kind of wacky combos you would pick in this format. Do you think there's a tag that is undiscovered so far that would actually beat either of these teams? Let me know about it in the comment section below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.